just a little bit behind schedule today, mostly because there was just things going on that I needed to sort out, and then I needed to eat before I started streaming. So rather than streaming without eating and eating later, like some people do, I am pretty strict on my dinner time, for no other reason than when I elect to eat at that time, you know, it's been so long, I'm just conditioned for it, basically. So what we're going to do is from the last time I looked at things, we're on like the fourth last chapter or the third last chapter. Like we're really close to the end. So we're just going to play through tonight until we get to the end of the game. If that happens to be an hour from now, so be it. If it's 2 hours from now, so be it. The goal is to pretty much just get the game done. So on Thursday we can start the original God of War, the first one in the series, as we are playing through them timeline-wise. I have swapped back to the Elgato Wave XLR microphone. It is literally right below me on camera, right there. So do let me know if there are any issues with that. Otherwise, I will sorry, pop that back there. Yeah, we'll jump back into the game, and we'll push on through. So what happened last stream is we entered into Alice thing where this is called the 7 years of Alice or something. We found this ghost alive, Kratos' daughter. We got stuck in a room. There was a lot of Medusa and it's the same with Ascension before it and all the other ones in the series, is when you get into these rooms, the game keeps spawning the little shits while you're fighting the big ones. And it's not until you defeat the big ones that the little ones stop spawning. And it wouldn't be an issue if, it spawned 20 little ones, right? 2 at a time until they're all gone and then it stopped spawning them. Like, that wouldn't be a problem. But because it keeps on spawning, you're forever getting stuck. Yes, thank you, Santa. You're forever getting stuck dealing with... really worth it. Just slightly more damage. Light of Dawn. What's the Light of Dawn? Oh, the shield thing. I mean, we will just because. The Gauntlet of Zeus. Unlock Lightning Run and Olympic Thunder. I don't think we need to worry about that. We don't really use that so much in combat, so it's kind of... we'll do so it's really just... game's like, what are you doing? You're supposed to go backwards. Just saving it just so we don't have to do that fight again. Right, how's that? There we go. There. Oh, it's fine. I was just complaining about stupid little enemies that I was rolling into. And I got sick and tired of having this microphone on the desk in front of me, because they hadn't released the stand. I don't know if it's out yet or not. And it was annoying me that I had to keep moving it, you know, every time I wanted to talk with it or do anything with the keyboard or whatever. And I was like, you know what? It can just go to the side and I'll use the one that's on the arm that I can just pull in and out as I need it. And I thought I had it fixed before I started stream, but oh well. What's a stream these days without a little scuff? Anyway, how are you, Steve? How was your weekend? A good one, I hope. Oh god, not this thing again. Congratulations on graduating, that is big news. You should treat yourself, maybe go to a wrestling match or something. Yeah, it seems like a good thing to do, you know, good reason to celebrate. Honestly, the moment I walked in and I saw it was another one of these rooms, I was like, you've got to be shitting me. Like, it's not the fact that they did it a second time. Like, I get, you know, they wanted, you know, symmetry to things, but it's like, the room didn't work the first time. It was a stupid room. And I'm not saying stupid because I was, you know, it took me 3 attempts to get through it. It was stupid just because it had annoying enemies. Like, they weren't doing anything. More than these damn annoying bird things that piss me off. The reason I'm using the fist is because it knocks them back. I do kind of wish that these enemies also were affected by Medusa's gaze there. There we go. Didn't take too much effort to get through that room once I started spamming the right bloody attack. Oh god. Oh, not 2 of them at once, that's just mean. Oh, come off it. He was... If you spawn another one game, I'm going to get really annoyed. I thought I got out of that in time. Oh well. Oh, I hit the wrong button that time. That was me. Come on, that has to be enough. I love that Kratos is just unable to open a door without kicking it. Like, of all the ways he has to, you know, get through things. It's just the most stupidest thing I've ever seen. Get in the bloody hole. Fine, maybe he doesn't go in the hole. I don't care. Actually, it looked like there was a... Maybe that's just a trap. I see your Medusa lady thing. Oops, wrong button. Oh, son of a bitch. The prompt appeared for like half a millisecond. It was weird. Come on, there's another spawn, I can tell. Nope. Okay. There's some chests up here, so... Right, we're already at 12,000 orbs again, so let's upgrade. Well, we're using this more than the other two, so... Yeah, I haven't really had an issue apart from the fact that, you know, sometimes I forget they're coming up, and then I will remember at the last second, and I'll just default to square, because that's attack. But they'll want circle or triangle. But that time, both times, or the first attempt and then when I actually killed him, the second prompt appeared for like half a second. And when I remembered, I was like, oh, press it. And then the next one appeared, and I just pressed the same button again. Oh, more combat. Nope. No combat. There's a save point. That means there's no combat. I'll be honest, I'm quite looking forward to playing Betrayal. Just because I think that is a stupid game. Because it does not play well. But, you know, we'll see how we go with that one. From memory, though, it's... I mean, I shouldn't say from memory. I literally have the image here. But after 1, it's Ghosts and then Betrayal. So yeah, we're off the PSP after this game, onto the PS2, then back to the PSP, then onto like the Sony Xperia ZX or whatever they were called back then, and then back to the PS2. Can we go anywhere else apart from there? No, look at these invisible walls. Let us just not have any of the pomegranates.
Calliope, where are you?
Kratos looked, but his daughter was nowhere to be seen.
What a surprise.
In the middle of the room sat a graceful figure, a figure he recognized all too well. Persephone, wife of Hades, and queen of the undead.
Where is my daughter, witch?
Choose your words carefully, Ghost of Sparta. You address the goddess of the underworld. Your daughter is well. She lives among the pure souls in the Elysian fields.
Lead me to her.
Have you forgotten, Kratos? The Olympians need you. They slumber at the hand of Morpheus.
I have faithfully served the gods, yet they do not give me what I ask. I grow weary of their demands.
The gods on Olympus failed me too, Kratos. I was betrayed by Zeus and tricked by my husband Hades. Now I am to stay in the underworld as Queen of the Dead, to serve the fallen and care for them as my own children.
Persephone! I demand to see my daughter!
As you wish. If Calliope is your true desire, I can help you. But be warned, Ghost of Sparta. The world of man will suffer because of your choice.
I care little for the world and its suffering. Where is she?
If you are to see your daughter again, you must become worthy of Elysium. Cast your weapons at the Forsaken Tree, and let it release the evils of your past. Only then will you be free of your sins, and be granted passage through the divine gates.
He may be a, you know, rage-inducing killing machine, but he's not a listener, is he? He walks in. Persephone, where's my daughter? She's in the Elysian Fields. Where's my daughter? It's like, hang on. Literally already said she was in the Elysian Fields. Oh, don't do L1R1 shit. I hate this.
You have done well, Kratos. Walk through the portal and find the one you seek.
Calliope,
Father?
my child,
Why did you go?
I am here now, child, and I will not leave you again.
I have watched over you pathetic mortals for 1,000 years, and it is always the same. Serving yourself before the needs of others has always been your flaw. But no matter. For now you serve my purpose. It is time for all that came before to end. The Titan will fulfill his role and finish what I have started.
Oh no, the goddess of the underworld tricked him.
As you were pathetically disarming yourself, Atlas completed the task I set him out to do. With the power of the sun in his hands, it is only a matter of time before he destroys the pillar that holds the world. And Olympus with it.
But why?
Do you think it was my choice to wed a man I did not love? Live a life I did not choose? I was betrayed by the very gods that once saw me as their own. But no more. Once the pillar is destroyed, the world will revert into chaos.
And what is to become of you?
I will have my peace and be free from this miserable existence. I will perish, but it is my choice.
Father? What's happening? I'm scared.
In your selfish choice to be with your daughter, you have caused her ruin.
No.
Elysium falls too, Kratos. She will perish.
No! I will not let the gods take her from me again!
Father!
The choice was clear to him, yet impossible to make. To stay with his daughter meant the end of the world and the end of her. To stop Persephone and Atlas would mean forsaking his daughter forever. While his hatred and anger for the gods grew ever stronger, he knew there was but one thing to do.
The game looks so much better now than it did in the cutscene.
Please!
Press circle to dispose of your daughter is just as bad as press F for respect.
Kratos soon realized that what he gained in humanity, he lost in power.
Are we just gonna do nothing? What are we doing? Oh, okay.
He would need to become the monster he
It's just stupid. Like, of all the things for it to be, let me just kill these so I get all my stuff back. The shield alone was worth doing it. It's like, of all the things for Kratos to have to do now, and again, it comes down to it being a prequel, as I said last stream. Like,
He would need to become the ghost of Sparta once again if he was to save his child.
like, you know, we know he didn't stay down there. He defeated Persephone because story-wise,
He would need to sacrifice his life so that she may live.
No! Father, no!
At that moment, Kratos knew his destiny was not with Calliope. The fates were never that kind.
don't think there's any other ghosties running around. Oh, no, someone spawned in. There's another one. It's just easy red orbs is all. Easy red orbs. Okay, I think that's all of them. It's funny though, the Elysium Fields is more like the Elysium Cliff Face. I mean, it was a nice little area, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a weird spot to. Oh, piss off, you weird thing. I'll take this easy little fight because he's wedged in the corner. It's funny. It's like it's not a bad break or anything. It's just hilarious that he got forced in the corner and just wouldn't break out of that animation cycle. There we go. Would you like to save? No, I want to do all that stupid, dramatic cutscene bullshit again. Oh, I wonder if this is a boss fight, he says as the bar for the God's health appears.
Witness the end.
Either she's oblivious to the fact she's got a, 80 kilograms of muscle and rage hanging off her, or she does not care. Man, she loves doing that, knocking me on my butt stuff. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'd forgotten about it. But that's because, literally, as a god, she's kind of one of the useless ones. Like, her mother is all about agriculture and shit, which makes sense. Oh, don't tell me I've got to watch this every time.
Witness the end.
And her big shtick is that she spends, half the year in the underworld because she ate a pomegranate, right? It's like, of all the weird things. honestly, one of the best versions or best interpretations of her over in the past, 20 years, was as oh my god, I can't speak. As Zagreus's mother in Hades. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ow. Yeah, I'll be honest, the only reason I haven't played Stray Gods is because I didn't like the visual style of the gods. I thought they seemed lazy. Like, I'm a big fan of Greek mythology and all that, so whenever there's somebody that does something around it and it's weird, it just doesn't suit what I'm after. Strike additional enemies, he says as he's going into the final fight. I might just be able to max this one out. Look at that, 215 orbs to spare and everything's maxed out. Let me save it so I don't have to do that again. Yay, cutscene time.
Spartan, witness the end.
I'm sorry, what the hell's that achievement? Where do the trophies live on the PS3 these days? Oh, God. I'm just curious as to what Cool Story Bro is supposed to be for. If it's for watching the fight, like a cutscene 3 times or something, like that would be a stupid achievement. I do like it on the PS5 when you can just press the button and it, you know, press the button a little bit when it's there. It's like, hey, you got one, and a little the window appears with more detail. The downside, of course, is when you're playing a game that's not available yet. You get the trophy or the achievement, whatever the hell. You get the trophy, But if you go for more details, the console's like, I have no idea what trophy you're looking for. Yeah, okay, change of Olympus. Tree hugger, sacrifice. Yeah. Back at them. Oh, 2 girls, 1 Spartan, because I had sex with 2 girls at once. Where are we? What was it called? Cool story, bro. Watch the movie Atlas and Persephone 3 times. Of all the stupid ways to lock an achievement behind somebody, like it is literally, if you're really good at the game and you just power through this fight, you know, you'll never get a chance to get this achievement. I don't care. Let me get out of it. I'm locked in because it's syncing everything. Look, I mean, if it was watch every story cutscene or something, sure, but that would imply there was an option to skip story cutscenes, but there's not. So this one's literally presented on the fact that they've decided to make a game that is, sorry, a boss fight that is just a challenge. I still am enraged. Man, I've played a few Gran Turismos. I'm still enraged at the achievements in the Elder Scrolls for Oblivion Shadow Isle, whatever the expansion was for that game. The big expansion, sorry, not the crap that they shoved out early. You had the choice at the end with Sheogorath to take one of 2 titles. And I was like, oh, well, I think the Madness one's great, or whatever it was. And I remember taking it. Oh, it's finished. I remember taking it and going, this is fine. I have no issues with this. And the problem is that it unlocked an achievement. And I was like, yay. But I hadn't saved in like 2 hours. And it's a whole lot of backtracking in that final area, that final part of the quest. And when you finally get up to it, you make that choice. The problem is there's an achievement for selecting either one. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? If I had saved it like just before I made that decision, like before I spoke to him that final time, then sure, it would have been fine, but I didn't. So I had to go and watch the entire, like I would have had to have done a whole lot of game again to get the other achievement. And that's when I was like, haha, nope, don't care. I tried it once with Elder Scrolls 4, which is one of the very first games to have that sort of stuff, and it bit me in the butt, so I just do not care. And again, it's like, if it provides something to a player once they've, you defeated the boss at the end of the game, here's an achievement to show that you did. It's like, fantastic, thank you. I'm happy with that, right? It's a reward, celebrating what I've done. But when it's the game literally deciding it's going to make something stupid, ow. You changed halfway through your dive then. Honestly, that attack's a little OP. Like, it takes out a good chunk of health every time I get hit with it. I rolled the wrong way that time. Ah. Again, change in directions. I'm just trying to get it to like half health to trigger whatever story cutscene thing there is for the game.
Go to her. Be with her. Leave this world behind. Atlas!
Oh, for fuck's sake. The game's like L1, R1, L1, R1, L1. I'm like, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden it's square. No, you pressed L1, you died. Oh god, not again.
Go to her. Be with her. Leave this world behind. Atlas!
Do I get any health back?
Stop me!
Yay! Oh. Seriously? I'm trying to press the goddamn... No! Attacking, you stupid bloody bastard! Oh, that's just stupid. Like, it's L1 and square for the shield, which is fine, but the problem is the game doesn't register you holding L1 down continuously as part of that sequence. So what it does is when you try and you get hit by whatever she throws, and then you press square, standing in it goes, oh, you want to do a big attack? And once you start that attack, you're stuck in that cycle. Yeah, I think I just have to stun her first. you know, with the shield. That's fine. I expected that. What I didn't expect is my headset to tell me that the battery is low, which is, you know, fine. But I wasn't expecting it. Give me 1 second to swap the headsets. It's a good question, though. Where is the other headset? There it is.
Pitiful mortal.
Oh, I wasn't expecting to play tennis. Oh, come off it, you stupid game. For fuck's sake. I cannot work out how this bloody aiming thing is supposed to happen. Yep. Let's not stand in that stupid circle. Every time I do, I seem to get...
Foolish human.
Oh. Oh. I wasn't expecting a third one. I should have, but I wasn't expecting it. That's fine. I got that myself because I kept standing in the sunlight, and what was happening was every time I was standing in the sunlight and I was getting the shield out, it was trying to reflect the sunlight like I was in a puzzle, which, you know, probably will be at some point, but not right now. So not exactly helpful for the situation that I was in. But now that I've realized that's what I need to do, the ball thing, not the, you know, as long as I don't stand in the sunlight, I should be fine to return as long as I get the timing right. Jesus. And no, seriously, that stupid animation.
Pitiful mortal. Foolish human.
I did just realize though, Steve, why they only use Persephone as the final boss in this game. It's because I'm pretty sure at no point during the 3 main console games Persephone was ever used or even mentioned. So at this point she's like the only god available for them to do anything with. Ow.
Foolish human.
Oi. I think she may have received a mention, like when you meet Hades in God of War 3. Like something about, oh, my wife or something, but beyond that I don't think she's... It's like, I do not think she's mentioned at all. Well, I mean, the weird thing is Thanatos and so let me start that again. Thanatos was an interesting choice purely because as oh, that was too close. As a god of death, you would think he'd, you know, be impervious to attacks from mortal. But because they literally OP Kratos so much. Oh, there we go. Oh. I hate when the game does that. Changes last second to a different button prompt. KFC, because you're a bird and you're being roasted.
Your suffering will never end.
I love that trophy. It's over already? I mean, we probably shouldn't have blown up the tower, given that's what was holding the world up. Oh look, Atlas is holding up the world. That's fine.
Perhaps you believe the Olympians will help you. But I ask, where are your gods now, Kratos? Why do they not come to your aid? I do not need the aid of the gods! But my path is now clear to me. I will serve them, and they will keep their promise to free me from my past! I ask you, Spartan, what good is the promise of an Olympian? It is all I have, Atlas!
I love that. What good is the promise of an Olympian? Coming from a Titan, that is the rich.
The fates have deemed it.
Also, the fact that Kratos ends this game pretty much okay. And he's got a giant, you know, the Fist of Zeus and a giant reflective shield.
The mighty Atlas was left enchained, cursed to forever hold the world on his shoulders.
And the fact that we start the next game with nothing again.
Had placed on the Titans.
It's like, of all the things, why would
The
Kratos
fate
get rid of these
Atlas
things?
had been sealed, and the goddess Persephone was no more. Kratos had saved mankind, but that mattered little to him. By forsaking his daughter, he had abandoned the only person he ever cared for.
I mean, his wife?
What he had long sought and finally found was now forever lost. As the sun chariot rose higher in the sky, and the might of Helios shone once again on the world, Morpheus retreated to the shadows. Kratos gained little satisfaction from his victory. With years of servitude in front of him, he would need to confront his past.
Again,
and fight to reclaim
prequel storylines are impossible.
on the day his dark legend was born.
The same thing happened like in Star Wars. The Obi-Wan TV show created a few little plot errors that don't really fit into the story that was told in the originals. So it's kind of a weird scenario for them to be in. Speaking of weird scenarios, Ready at Dawn. They made these two fantastic games, then they spent forever on the Order 1886. And then they sort of just dropped off the face of the earth until they, you know, were bought up by bloody Meta. I'm pretty sure they're owned by Meta. Yeah, Oculus Studios. Or Reality Labs, as they're now called. So they did the PSP versions of these, and then they did the HD ports, which was a good thing, you know, having the developer do it. And then the next game after this collection was the Order 1886. And the reason why that's hilarious for me is because I went to Sydney for a launch event for it, and I have it. It's in a tub somewhere. It was a leather-bound journal that had like, it was closed with leather straps. It's very, very fancy, and it had the game in it. And I was like, okay, this is cool. And then I played the game, and it was so bad. The biggest thing I remember of the Order 1886 is there's 2 chapters where it's just cutscene, where you literally do nothing. But yeah, they did the collection in 2011, then the Order in 2015. Then they did a PC, PS4, Xbox game in 2017, and then everything since has just been for the Oculus Rift series of devices, or just VR stuff. You know, that's fine, nothing wrong with that, but it's like... So I saw somebody's name, I'm like, do I know that person? That name seems familiar, but it's not who I was thinking. We can't forget also too for hey, Fred was in there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, in Order 1886 we can't forget that there's a whole thing about werewolves and all sorts of stuff coming into it. Like, you know, there'd be a big thing about werewolves all throughout the game. You'd be, you know, fighting them and everything. And basically there's like one werewolf section, and that was it. But yeah, no, sorry, I just saw Fred Tatasciure's name in there. I was like, hey, Fred. Fred Tatasciure is another one of those voice actors that is phenomenal. The role he's probably best known for is Hulk. So basically since 2007, 2008, in every animated version of the Hulk, every animated version of Hulk, I should say, he's the voice. And I'm almost certain he was Hulk in the Avengers game, that stupid game. But he was also Saren in the original Mass Effect. He's Soldier 76 in Overwatch. Let's have a look here. Who else has he been? He's done a few Transformer bits, which, you know, is nice.
The dire toll of his relentless battles finally caught up with him as Kratos fell from the chariot to the earth.
How'd we get back on the chariot?
Was this sacrifice too much for one to bear? Even for the man who was known as the Ghost of Sparta.
He has again served us well, Athena.
He is a remarkable mortal.
Thieving bitch.
He is weak. Shall we help him?
He'll live. They must.
That explains why we don't have any cool stuff at the start of the next game. Thieving gods came and took it from us. Yeah, the gods are thieves. Who knew? Yeah, so he started playing Hulk in 2005. Sorry, 2007, 2008. He was Beast, Hulk, Blockbuster, Juggernaut, and Harpoon in Wolverine and the X-Men. Uncharted Eye of Indra. Oh, that's that weird card game. I keep forgetting there was an Uncharted card game. Oh, that's not even a card game. That's a motion comic. I'm just looking at Fred's list again. A lot of Cartoon Network, like Adventure Time, Ben 10. A lot of Lego. Yeah, in the Avengers cartoon, he was Hulk again. Thing, Volstagg. In Kung Fu Panda, he's Master Shifu because he does apparently a very, very good Dustin Hoffman impression. Let me swap to the big one. In the Young Justice TV show, he was Deathstroke. There you go. In the CGI, the first CGI, the 2012 series, he was Rocksteady, which is cool. More Hulk, more Hulk, more Hulk. Jesus Christ. Let me get to games. Oh yeah, I forgot he's also Yosemite Sam. He's the current voice of Yosemite Sam, I should say. I've just now discovered there is a Tiny Toons show. A new Tiny Toons. No, he has that big voice. Let's see, anime, he's done the Third Raikage. In the Marvel anime, he was Beast, again Hulk. Feature films, he was Samuel L. Jackson in Team America World Police. No, I don't care about direct-to-TV movies. I want video games. Video games. In 2002, which is apparently his first game, he was Juggernaut and Sabretooth in X-Men Next Dimension and then X2 Wolverine's Revenge. What other ones he's been? Yeah, he's a big guy, but he has that big voice. Like he does the voice of Bruce Banner and Hulk. And Hulk is very much like this, but then Bruce Banner is like this. In God of War, he's Poseidon. So that's that one. In the Incredible Hulk game, he's Hulk. Surprise, surprise. Bunch of additional voices for a lot of games. In Marvel Ultimate Alliance, he's not Hulk. He's Mephisto, Krang, Thunderball. Oh, there's I keep forgetting that one. He's also a whole bunch of locusts in the Gears of War series, but he's also Baird. So in the 3 original games, the prequel game, and the sequel that he appears in, I think he's only in the second of those sequel games in 5. But he's Damon Baird. So that gives you like an idea. He does the big Hulk voice, but he does like Damon Baird, right? God of War 2, he's Typhon, the Titan. Pretty sure he's the Titan. Yeah. He's Ratchet in the Transformers game. In Halo 3, he's the bunch of brutes. Yeah, in Mass Effect, he's Saren. In Chains of Olympus, he's the Persian king and everything. Let's see, who else have we got here? More Gears of War. I'm serious. I'm in 2009, and there's, another 15 years to go. He was in Dragon Age Origins. In Assassin's Creed 2, he's Mario Auditore, so Ezio's uncle, who helps him flee Rome when the priest or whatever the role is. Him and the bankers and the Templars kill Ezio's father, older brother, and younger brother. So he's Mario Auditore. In God of War 3, he's Ares. That's hilarious. In one series, he's Poseidon, Ares, Typhon, Atlas. And I guarantee if we get to the reboot or Ascension, he's other characters as well. Where are we looking here? Yeah, he's one of the most versatile actors you've never heard of. In Ghost of Sparta, he's Midas and Zeus. So there you go. In the Tron Evolution game, he's Kevin Flynn / Clue. Which I honestly don't remember that game. It's probably a good thing. Like, I know it exists, but it's not really that great of a game. In the Spider-Man Edge of Time game, he's J. Jonah Jameson. In Batman Arkham City, he's Bane and Solomon Grundy. I'm pretty sure in Mass Effect 2, he's Rex. When the hell did Mass Effect 2 release? No, he's not. I don't know who Rex was then. Diablo, he's a bunch of monster voices. God of War Ascension, he's Hades. Was Hades in Ascension? I know he got his power, but I didn't think he was in there. Oh well. In the Deadpool game, he was Cable, which is kind of funny. He's done a lot of Megatron. Oh, Damon Baird was in Gears of War 4. I did not realize that. Oh, sorry, I didn't remember that. Because, you know, the 4 and 5 are stupid games. He's Dingo Dial, Koala Kong, Komodo Joe, and Komodo Mo in the Crash Bandicoot remakes. Which, that's now 7 years old. Go figure. Bunch of characters in Wolfenstein. He's Nikolai Belinsky in the Call of Duty series. Oh, he was Darth Vader in Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, which I don't know about. In Marvel's Avengers, that stupid, you know, live service game that didn't do well, he was not Hulk. He was Crossbones / Brock Rumlow, but he was Hulk in Midnight Suns. So who was Hulk in Avengers? Because Darren DePaul was the voice of Hulk, and Troy Baker was the voice of Bruce Banner, which is kind of stupid. You've got a voice of Hulk and Bruce Banner in one guy who's been doing it for 20 odd years, and you go with somebody else. Well, they've still got Final Fantasy XI going. The problem was with that game is they had everything just... They forced in live service elements where it didn't need to be there, and I think that's what killed it. People didn't want an Avengers game that was full of that crap. And, I mean, we saw it with Guardians of the Galaxy. That game, I love that game. I think it's fantastic. But it didn't do well. Because it unfortunately had the stink of the Avengers game on it. And it was also a very slow start. But yeah, Nolan North was Iron Man in that game. And this is why it's really funny, right? Fred Tatasciore, there's basically 3 actors that play Thor, Hulk, and Black Widow in everything Marvel. Fred Tatasciore is Bruce Banner / Hulk in everything. And then Thor is played by Travis Willingham. He's been doing that for 15 years now. He's on some D&D show. Critical Role, that's what it is. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, slow starter, but fucking amazing. But Travis Willingham has been... he's been doing Thor for... oh god, like 15 years now. So 2012 is when he first started playing Thor. Right? And then his wife, Laura Bailey, who was Kate Diaz in the Gears of War sequels. She was Muscle Girl in The Last of Us Part 2, whose name eludes me right now. Abby, she was Abby there. But she's been Natasha Romanoff / Black Widow for almost the same amount of time as her husband has been Thor, which is honestly one of the most hilarious things. There you go. Her first major role was Kid Trunks. Go figure. But yeah, so they've been married now 15 years. Jesus. Well, will be 15 years. But if we go back down for her, she started playing Natasha Romanoff in 2013. And she's been Black Widow, on and off since then. She was also Mary Jane Watson in Spider-Man 2 from 2023, and she's Mary Jane in the Insomniac Spider-Man games. So yeah, it's really weird you have Travis and Laura playing their characters that they've been playing for 15 years, 16, 17 years in some, and then not have Fred playing Hulk. What I thought was really funny, though, is Spider-Man in that game was played by Sean Chiplock. And Sean Chiplock is best known for a bunch of Dragon Ball stuff. If I'm literally remembering the name correctly. Apparently I'm not remembering the name correctly. Oh, that's right. I'm getting confused. He was Rivali in Breath of the Wild. But yeah, Black Panther was voiced by Christopher Judge, who took over as Kratos in the God of War reboots. So there we go. All ties back together. The voice actor world is not as big as people think. It's usually the same, like, 5 guys doing a whole bunch of stuff. I'm just looking at the credits here. Loki in the Marvel's Avengers game was voiced by Travis Willingham, whereas Troy Baker played Loki in animation for like 15 years. Man, they're all over the place with their casting. That's just stupid. Like Steve Blum is in that game as Ulysses Klaue. And of course, Steve Blum is best known as Wolverine in Marvel World, but Spike Spiegel in anime. So, yeah. Looking at it, Jennifer Hale's in there. Jennifer Hale's another one of those actors that just happens to land like a heap of major roles. The best well-known one she's ever done is Femshep. And when the Legendary Collection for Mass Effect came out, I actually got a chance to have like a 25-30 minute conversation with both her and Mark Shepard, who's the voice of Male Shep. And it was recorded beautifully. We had a great time. Unfortunately, the audio crapped out in the recording, and I couldn't release it because I had no audio. And unless people were really good at lip reading, it was just going to be staring at us, for 30 minutes, which is a real shame because I had fun chatting with the pair of them. It was just so much fun. Mark Hamill, sorry, not Mark Shepard. Shepard's the character they both play. So, yeah. All right. Before we dive into that rabbit hole any further, let's move away from that, because otherwise we will forever not be ending stream. But that's going to do us for this stream. So we did start late, but we got done in the end pretty well. On Thursday we will be starting off with God of War, the only game without a subtitle. And I say that because the reboot is what I call God of War 2018, because you can't have two games with the same name. So the original God of War is God of War, and the 2018 is the reboot. So yeah, that's going to do us for this week. If you did watch live, thank you for watching live. If you watched the replay on YouTube, I hope it was entertaining for you. Otherwise, we will catch you when we're online next time. But until then, happy gaming.